An ancient colossus who's been stomping its way around the savannas of Africa for more than 60 million years is now critically threatened with extinction because of mankind's greed. The black African rhino has been targeted by poachers and their effect has been devastating. Just as an example, 2 years ago there were 2,500 black rhino in Zimbabwe, but today there's only 300, and 150 of these are in private parks. In an attempt to raise money for the Save the Rhino Fund, Perth woman Caron Musson sets off on Monday for a marathon run to Augusta, hoping to bring the rhino's plight to the attention of the public. Our reporter Les Rochester is with Caron this morning. Les.
Yes, Jerry, this young lady is going to put her body through all sorts of pain during the coming weeks on the run to Augusta, over 320 kilometres. But to her, she doesn't mind that because any effort to save this majestic beast, the black rhino, of which there was 65,000 black rhino in Africa in 20 years ago. Today, there's only 2,000 in the whole of Africa left. And that has really sparked Caron's interest to run for the rhino.
Good morning, everybody. Well, we have a star in our midst here today, and her name is Caron Musson. And as you all know, Caron is running for the rhino. The Save African Wildlife Foundation is very fortunate in having her as a member, and we're extremely proud of the fact she's showing this sort of commitment and will to do something for the endangered species of the black rhino. I'd just like to mention, to acknowledge the sponsors who are supporting Caron: Jim Pitt Sports, BP Oil, Classical Communications, New Southside Mitsubishi, Village Roadshow, Burswood Resort Hotel, Admiral Motor Inn, Bunbury, the Paradise Motor Inn at Busselton, Rockingham Ocean Clipper Hotel, Egerton Park Cottages at Brunswick Junction, Fairley Park Cottages at Yelverton, Haskins Garden Restaurant, Australian Flora Exports, and Peter and June Hill. So that's a good backup team.
Well, Caron, I just want to wish you all the best and make a couple of comments. I'm probably not telling you anything you don't know, but the figures given to me are that the rhino has gone from 65,000 20 years ago, the numbers of that area, down to 2,000 to 3,000 today. When you look at the slashing numbers, down to about 4% of what they were 20 years ago, it's a little frightening to look forward to the next 20 years, because if we see a similar cut, there won't be very many left at all. And I think that is something that anybody who's in the slightest bit interested in the preservation of species, particularly one as magnificent as this one, could only be a little concerned. I must say that despite the fact that I've come from a farming background and I've pulled over more trees than most people, I can't help but be a little saddened by the mentality of people who continue to exploit an animal purely and simply to take the horn that comes from it. Caron, I understand that you're going to run some 320 odd kilometres. Good luck for that. And I hope you get many dollars on the road. I think Save has already raised some $250,000 to help preserve native South African species, and I think that's a wonderful effort. I wish you all the best, and I think now we've got a downtown. It's been my pleasure to come along because I've told you before that I have quite a few Zimbabwean relatives.
But she that waiteth upon the Lord shall renew her strength. She will mount up as with wings as eagles. She will run and not be weary, and she will walk and not faint. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
And on the way, you're going to try and raise money. How are you going to do that?
Well, we've actually had raffle tickets printed. We've started to sell a few of those around Perth, but we'll be taking those down to sell in the local shopping centres, as well as just trying to raise some support and donations, as well as if anyone would like to run any part of the run with me, I'd greatly appreciate any support.
Debbie's just finished running. Some beautiful scenery along here. And way in the distance is Caron. Over halfway, my darling.
So it's going to take me 14 days. 14 days. I'm going to be running every day, and I'm going to do all my running in the morning so that I can go and see all the schools in the afternoon. Now, why am I doing this run? I'm doing it. Yes, that's exactly right. And that's exactly right. With a rhino. Does anyone know how long the rhino's been on this earth? I forgot. You don't. Does anyone know? Because it's quite a big number. You might not. No, lots more than that. Yeah, a million? Very, or a bit more than that. I know. Affinity. Oh, no, not a very clever answer. 1,000? No, I'll tell you, it's 60 million years. By the end of the year, there may not be any rhinos left in this world. And I just felt that it would be very sad if you were to grow up and you were to have children and there were no rhinos. I'm the only one that's actually running, but we're selling raffle tickets at the shopping centres, and that's where I've got to go after here. And so we hope to raise lots of money. But I'm pretty certain that I'm going to make it. I'm determined because I feel that we've got to save the rhino, and it's my little bit part that I'm playing. And you've all played a very important part.
Start of day 3. Here they come, here the girls. Had a good sleep, all a bit bad-tempered when we got lost in Rockingham. We're now at the 12k mark on the 3rd day. At a little place called Keys. How do you feel at this stage, Miss Muffin?
Buggered. I don't want to go any further.
You're at the halfway mark now, do you realise that?
Good, over half. Good. So it's all downhill from here. And I've had a very poor response from motorists for this section. No waves, no hits. Have you got any donations?
What did the mum get?
No, we got $5.
Did you put that in Reg?
Yes, Reggie's had breakfast. Okay, you ready to go?
Can
All
you
right.
just put some water over my face?
Yes.
Because it's all sweaty.
Nothing like a bush shower.
And on your back of your neck.
No, don't.
Let me.
No, because then...
The sun's on her.
Okay. Well, you're looking
So
great.
what did Dad say?
Dad just said, great.
How's Dad
He's
feeling?
fine, you know, he's in bed, he's got Maureen coming over. I think he does it all on purpose. No, he's fine.
You
That
better edit
vegetable
that
quiche-
part.
That vegetable quiche came out just down the road.
Oh, really? I think
Appropriate thing for the video.
I do.
I think my beers are due to come out.
Okay.
Cheers, on your way.
You're passing homes of port on the left if you keep a lookout. Remember, onto the gravel.
And she's off.
Gravel, Karen. She's running on the road much more. We'll find out if she has a headache.
Right, lady of the hour. Finishing of Dandlip, Shell Garage. Well done, Caron. There we go.
Day 3.
Day 3. And how is it? How are you feeling?
Absolutely. No, it's not too bad. I think it's getting easier.
Easier, hey?
Yep, you did well. Ran a lot today.
A lot today. Maybe on the last day I'll do the whole lot. This is Ravenswood Hotel. Karen's waving and Debbie's waving. There they are. They're sitting on the grass on their towels.
Having a cup of tea. Having a cup of tea.
And then they're going to...
We're going to go and join the headbangers at the hotel.
They're lying because Karen's got to have a massage.
More machines and they're really on their hobby days. But look at this.
Isn't this lovely?
This is what we have to look forward to in the evening.
They are off to the pub to try.
I'm actually going to be standing outside the Pinjarra supermarket, selling raffle tickets and getting any donations that come my way. Well, today, unfortunately, we did contact the Pinjarra Primary School, but unfortunately they're quite sort of tied up for the whole year. So there's no school, so it's really going to just be sort of trying to rally a bit of support within Pinjarra.
Okay, this is day 4. And we're on the Southwest Highway, about 9. No, Karen's done 9K, so she's about 6Ks from Pinjarra. She's coming along the road now. Had lots of toots and waves from the cars. This is what Caron has to contend with. Here she is. Hi, Caron. Young Caron. Easy.
So annoying. I want my sleep, please.
You're on candid camera.
I want to go to sleep. This is the best part.
This is 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Caron.
Not, it is 20 to 4.
20 to 4. Call me half. What's half an hour between frames?
He's the feet of an athlete.
Here are the girls.
This is Debbie's massage parlor.
This is Debbie's massage parlor.
Can I just tell everyone that this is worth running 23 kilometers a day?
You see?
I'll actually be selling raffle tickets outside Charlie Carter's in the Waruna shopping complex. Well, actually, a good day as far as you're obviously getting to all your listeners, because from about 7:30 to 8:30 yesterday, practically every second car actually gave me a wave or a hoot, which is, just absolutely fantastic, and it gave me a little surge every time that happened. So I'm just appealing to all those listeners once again, just to yesterday it was a little bit slow in Pinjarra. Reg the Rhino which is our money box, experienced drought conditions there, and we're hoping for greener pastures in Waruna. But apart from that, yes, I'm 23 kilometers. The knee was giving a little bit of trouble towards the end, so we sort of, I had a great massage from my mate Debbie here. After Waruna, it's on to Harvey, and that's exactly right. So Harvey tomorrow and then Brunswick after that. In Harvey, I think I'm not sure which shopping centre. Thank you very much, Robin. Have a good weekend. See you. Bye-bye. Hello. I'm about to start my run, and I don't feel like it on day 5.
Why not?
My knees sore, and I feel like going back to bed. And it's
But you're
7:30
not.
and I'm meant to be on holiday.
But this is holiday.
All ready to go. See my t-shirt?
There she is. She and Debbie. She's looking good, but her knee's sore. So we're going to start getting ice in one of the garages. But she's looking absolutely tremendous. Very good spirits. The two of them last night in bed, I've just never laughed so much at those two. This is the lovely countryside around Harvey. The cows, they always come when she's running fast, always come to the fences and moo. The road, the end of the Harvey bit, the end of 23. Yeah, and there's Deb's doing her Toyota jump.
This is the morning on Sunday, the first Sunday. We're just at Wokelup for the first water stop of the day. And here they come. The 9-kilometer mark. This is obviously one of the properties of one of Harvey's wealthiest citizens, wealthier. We just had a truck stop just now. A young guy with his wife and his blue heeler. The truck could hardly go, came down the road about 40 k's an hour, absolutely clapped out. And they stopped and wrote out a check for $25. Hi Jen, stop there, stop there. How are you doing?
Fine.
Good, good. So can you tell me what Caron's doing?
Yes.
What's Caron doing?
She's running.
And what's she running for?
For the rhino.
For the rhinos?
Mm.
Oh, that's nice, eh? Do you like rhinos?
Yes.
Have you ever seen a
There's
rhino?
a rhino in the back.
There's a where?
There's a rhino in the back, not a real rhino.
Not a real one?
Just a plastic one.
Oh, that's good, isn't it?
It's a money one.
It's got some money in it, has it? Have you put...
No, nothing.
Nothing yet?
I forgot.
You forgot? Oh dear, well maybe you better put some money in it, hey? What do you think?
Maybe Mama can give me some.
Maybe she can.
Yes.
Only 1, 4, 3 left. Hi, darling. Well done. Go. Only 1 more tree left, Caron. Hey? Only 1 more tree. Don't understand it. I left a bit of deep.
There she is, feeling strong? About 5 kilometers to go. And this is the town of Brunswick Junction. And last running stop on the day. Here they come.
Well done. The worst is over for today.
Another day. Except for a short walk down to loosen the legs up. This is the stop for the night, Everton Park. It's absolutely beautiful cottages right on the waterfront, which you can't see. That's the proprietor's house at Everton Park. And here's the lake. Unfortunately, he hasn't put trout in because he says they eat the marron and the yabbies. Talk about a man with distorted priorities. And that's the cottage.
Here the two girls, Maureen and Caroline and Philip, have just left, and they've decided to go for a little row on the lake. Woo! This is beautiful Everton Park.
Cheers.
Cheers. So you're actually making the big time today, hey? Photograph on the pavement.
TV appearance.
TV appearance.
Look at their hands going. And Debs is there watching it all, taking his snaps.
If you see a young woman running through the southwest this week on her way to Augusta, give her a beef, or better still, your loose change. Caron Musson is running for Black Rhinos, one of nature's great creations on the brink of extinction.
These pictures illustrate the sad reality of the black rhino, nowadays rarely seen in the bushlands of Africa, but surrounded by cages for breeding programs in an attempt to save them from extinction. Zimbabwe-born Caron Musson is thousands of kilometres from her homeland and the black rhino, but is running from Perth to Augusta in the state's south to raise money to save the giant animal.
well, you know, everyone's got to start doing their own bit of fundraising because there are only 300 rhino left in Zimbabwe. And I felt, you know, if I don't try and do something, maybe at the end of the year there won't be any left.
However, as each day passes, poachers destroy more rhinos. And Caron says with each passing kilometre, her determination grows stronger.
Absolutely. I think in some ways, although the body sort of gets tired, I think I'm going from strength to strength as far as the mental side is concerned.
With Augusta just over 100 kilometres away, the run will soon be over. But for Caron, the fight to save the rhino has just begun. Troy Hynam, Golden West News.
And let's hope Caron's successful in her endeavours.
She talks about mental attitude. I don't know, I'd have plenty of mental go, but I think the body would pack up.
Well, she's running for a good cause.
Yeah.
And that completes our look at news
Brilliant.
speaking weather for Monday.
You did so well.
We'll be back.
Come on, Mum, we've got to hit the road.
Laying down in black and white, we will not allow.
Birds trying to cross the road there. For primary school. All chanting Caron, Caron.
Because it's all dinosaur mania at the moment, isn't it? It's, what's it, Jurassic Park, that's right. Well, it's been on the Earth for 60 million years. And now there's only 300 rhino left in Zimbabwe. So it's very sad when you come across a rhino that's been killed because all they do is they just chop the horn off and leave the animal to die.
Okay, it's quite disgusting. It is pouring with rain and it is freezing cold. Caron's done about 8 Ks from Capel. Debbie's been running some of them with her. Her trip to Bustleton Hospital to sort of burn that hole into her nail seemed to have relieved some of the pressure initially, but it's still pretty disgusting looking, her toe. When I spoke to her in the last drink stop, not that she needs much, as you can see these bloody trucks, I was just about taken out when I got out of my car then. She's getting all the water she needs. This is going to be a really awful leg for her.
Lord, I feel like going home. I tried and I failed, and I'm tired and weary. Everything I ever done was wrong, and I feel like going home. Lord, I tried to see it through, but it was too much for me. And now I'm coming home to you, and I feel cloudy skies are rolling in, and not a friend around to help me from all the places I have been, and I feel like going home.
But she's running strongly. You can see she's got quite a limp when she's walking, but once she starts running, she... Give a wave!
Caron eating her apple. No, Caron, don't pull a face. And she's got a foot resting on her. That's the size of her foot there.
You want to hone in on my black toner?
Okay. Don't move it, Caron. It's hard enough. Now put it down back on the bed. Yep. And I'll do it that way. You can sort of see. I think the video just cringes when it gets near it, as we all do. Okay, but still smiling, and they've all had a sleep. Just moving away from you, but okay.
You're just moving?
I'm just zooming away from you in a bit, right? And and Debs is going to. We had some geese keeping us awake last night, so Debs decided, in order for us to get some sleep, she would have to do her watchdog act. Caron is already in hysterics, so Debs is going to show you what to do when you have troublesome geese in the neighborhood and you need some sleep. Anytime you're ready, Debbie, I'm just rolling the camera. So, when you're ready. Debbie is quite exhausted.
My whole complexion. I wonder what.
I'll actually ring you on Monday and just do a sort of capping up of the whole.
She's about to start running shortly. This is day 12 on the way to Margaret River. Awful hills. She's had horrible, horrible hills. Debbie stopped a while back and went back and we fetched Wayne's car and parked it at the school. But Wayne has run all this last bit. Debbie just missed. Okay. How are you feeling? Are you happy?
It's actually been on the earth for 60 million years, which is a long time, and it's very, very sad to think that it's very close to extinction. I'm originally from a country called Zimbabwe, which I don't know how many of you know where Zimbabwe is. It's in Africa. That's right, it's in Africa, and it's right at the bottom of Africa. You've got right at the bottom South Africa, and it's the country just above there. And in the whole of Africa, in 1972, which is about 20 years ago, there were 65,000 rhino in the whole of Africa. And now there are less than 2,000. And in Zimbabwe alone, there's only 300 left. So that's, in my country, there's only 300. And of those 300, there's actually only 150 in the wild. Okay, so the other 150 are now in private sort of enclosures because they've now decided that the only way they're going to stop the poachers from killing them is to actually put them into little enclosures. So they're like little mini zoos, and what they do is they guard the rhinos 24 hours a day, and they try and get them to breed. So there's lots of little rhinos so that they can start putting them back into the wild slowly. I'll show you a picture now. When I was young, that was a picture I saw very often. Okay, it's the rhino out in the wild, and you see the lion with them. Now, if you were to go to Zimbabwe or any country in Africa, you very rarely see this sight. There's very, very few rhino in the wild, and you'd really have to hunt days on end to actually see a rhino in the wild. So that is why I decided to do this run, because I thought that it would be very sad if I was to go back next time, which could be in a few years' time, and I wouldn't be able to see this. And I'd hate to think that my children and a lot of you weren't ever able to actually see a rhino in the wild, and you'd only be able to point to one in a picture book as reference to a rhino. And I felt that time was really running out. If there's only 300 rhino left in Zimbabwe, maybe at the end of the year there wouldn't be any left. So I thought, well, what can I do to help? And I thought, well, I like to run, although I'm running sort of 23 kilometers a day, which is a lot more than I normally do each day. But then I started to think, well, why? I've got to run a long way, because it's got to be quite far for people to think, well, she's committed to doing something. And although a lot of people said to me, oh, well, 320 kilometers is a long way, I was never really worried about the side of, actually failing and not making the distance, because I think it's very important to let all of you know that a lot of us don't take part in things because we're scared of failure, and we think, well, maybe we won't be able to do it, so I won't try. And if there's one thing that's come out of this thing, it's been the fact of you've got to have the courage to try and do things, because you'll never ever know if you can actually do them if you don't try. And people don't worry. Say if I'd only got to Bustleton, I don't think that would have made much of a difference to people, because they knew that I tried my hardest, and although I'd only got to Bustleton, I'd still done as much as I could. And although I'm only 2 days away from Augusta, something could still happen and I might not get there. But I know in my own heart that I've given it 100%, and what I've gained out of it, and that's been talking to school children, as well as getting lots of donations and helping. So I feel as if I've played my part.
Day 13 and the numbers are swelling. Just at the 1K mark before Caron has a radio interview. Woohoo!
I get around, yeah, get around, round, round. I get around, I get around, get around, round, round. 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 I get around. I'm getting bugged driving up and down the same old strip. I gotta find a new place where the kids are hip. Getting real well known, yeah, the bad guys know us and they leave us alone. I get around, round, 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 I get around, get around, round, round, I get around, get around, round, round, I get around, get around.
Vaughan's going back to the bush and he's calling the mombies.
Keep calling them.
You're calling the mombies, Vaughan? What did you say to them?
Just wished them a good morning and they've all been to church. They've all said they've been to church.
Sweet. And are you looking forward to your run? And they're off for their warm-up walk of 2Ks.